Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Police Accountability Show. Remember, when you watch the Police Accountability Show, you agree to being offended, as well as nothing that you see on the Police Accountability Show constitutes legal advice in any way, shape, or form. For legal advice, please reach out to your local lawyer. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Police Accountability Show. I'm your host, Chad Christophers. And our topic today is, should the local police be able to take complaints against organized crime? Now, organized crime, the RCMP estimates they are tens of thousands, perhaps many, many more organized crime groups operating in our country at any time, and I'm sure that goes for many others. But the question is, should the police be handling the organized crime? Should they be taking complaints against organized crime? Should your beat officers be taking complaints from organized crime? And I don't believe so. I believe we need to up or change where we're putting in these complaints against major crime syndicates. And why? Because the police seem to be able to, they don't have the power to fight these big international crime groups. And I personally believe that a lot of the officers are scared of them, right? So I don't think your complaint is going to go far when the officers are too scared of the criminals that you're complaining about. That's where I believe either federal and also international, such as Interpol, should actually be taking the complaints against organized crimes. Organized crime complaints should be dealt with on the federal and or international level. Why? Because these officers aren't equipped to handle it. They aren't. There's officers certainly that are tough enough, but it's an officer up against an entire gang that doesn't just exist in our city, but typically exists in many other cities. And there can be typically thousands, tens to hundreds to thousands of members, right? So having the police take complaints against people that they're scared of and can't fight isn't good. We need to have a dedicated police or a dedicated place, where you can put complaints against organized crime. Right? Because at a police station, they can be influenced by organized crime a lot easier than they can influence federal agents, a lot easier than they can influence international police. And why? Because they can't get to them. The police typically, unfortunately, are in the areas or near the areas they live in. The federal police, such as the RCMP, they are not allowed to police the area they grew up in or they lived in or their families lived in. And sometimes that information can be difficult to get to. And a gang in, let's say, Vancouver has a difficult time getting to or influencing cops from Toronto, let's say. So that's where we should have a separation. We should have a specific place that specializes in taking complaints against organized crime that can't be influenced by the organized crime. But tell me what you think. Tell me in the comments. Should we have a special place? Should we have a specialized unit that you put in the complaints, a federal one, an international one that works with Interpol? Tell me what you think in the comments. This has been Police Accountability. I'm Chad Christophers. Don't work too hard.